So last video cut out pretty early, so I'm gonna make this 20 minutes long. And then, my throat hurts, so I'm only gonna do these two videos. But remember, 40 likes and you get the 8-hour video. I promise it will be 8 hours. Be very hard to do, but, poggers. So the Anbu knocked at the door as Naruto answered. As they went to the Okage building, as Hiruzen says, "Civilian Council, you are not needed for this mission, for this council meeting anymore." As they leave, as they start grumbling, because they want to know what happened to the Uchiha eyes. Naruto, Hiruzen asked Naruto if he knew what happened to the Uchiha eyes. As Naruto is like, "I do not. I don't know I don't know where they went." As Hiruzen says, "Okay, fine, Naruto." As Naruto had these all in his safe, it was very hidden. Even Naruto couldn't find it, and he knew the layout. But he found it, so he has over 60 Uchiha eyes to experiment on. As Naruto's just trying to decide. As Hiruzen's like, "Okay, Naruto, that's it." As Danzo yells at the boy, "Where are my eyes?" As he says that out loud, not in his head. As Hiruzen's like, "What did you say, Danzo?" As Danzo's like, "Nothing." As Hiruzen's like, "We're gonna have a chat after this." As Naruto's like, "I'm going to leave now. I have important stuff to do." As he leaves, as the experiments he does are kinda on people. Yes, I know. But only the criminals. So they aren't inhumane. As he was testing them on the criminals. As he got criminals out of jail just to test on them. Because he'd only pick the ones with the death sentence. So basically, he has over 50 test subjects. As he isn't going to use all of them for just the Uchiha eyes. As he was left DNA. A lot of DNA. Some DNA of the Yuki clan. Of the Bone clan. Of Hugo's clan. Of the Hyuga clan, as he had one Hyuga eye. It was just very rare to get a Hyuga eye. Naruto decided to go to this merchant place. It was outside the Leaf Village. As the shop says, "Hello there, kid. What do you want?" As Naruto says, "How much for Uchiha eye?" As the shop owner says, "Over 2 million Ryu. I will give you 15 million Ryu for if you got 2. As Naruto plops down 4. As he's like, "Oh, you get 30 million Ryu." As this is a lot of money. As Naruto says, no, it would be, 30 million Ryu. As, let's say 1 S rank mission is equal to 1 million Ryu. As Naruto now has 46 Uchiha eyes to test. As Naruto actually had 1 eye in his left. So he had 1 Uchiha eye. As Naruto is testing on some other people. As he usually covered his eye so he wouldn't use up too much of his chakra. As he was starting to learn how to use a Sharingan. As Orochimaru decided to visit his old base back in the Leaf Village. As the dragon is loyal to Naruto, and it's usually the guard animal. As Naruto is testing down there one day when a secret hatch opened up from the ground as Orochimaru came out. As he's like, "Oh, who are you? And how did you find my secret scientist hideout?" Naruto's like, "Are you Orochimaru?" As Naruto was holding one of his books, trying to figure out this Sharingan. Because there was some detail on the Sharingan usage and all that. As Orochimaru saw the safe open, and he came back here for the Uchiha eyes, because that was his last 10. As Orochimaru's like, "I see." As he just saw a bunch of people in the cage. As the third Hokage chose a wrong time to be down here. As he was going down there, as he was about to open up the thing. As Naruto could sense his chakra, so could Orochimaru. As Orochimaru says, "We must talk in private." As he activates a self-controlling door, as it doesn't let him in. As it can only let in Orochimaru and Naruto. For now. As Orochimaru's like, "What are you doing with my eyes, boy?" As Naruto's like, "Well, I'm experimenting. And I'm only picking the worst people to experiment on. As I've tried to put Uchiha eyes permanently in them, with them can be able to turn them off." Because he reveals his other eye. I put this one in me. As it had Fugaku's Mangekyou Sharingan. Let's say Fugaku could use the Amaterasu, because Itachi can. No, it's its own personalized stuff, so I can make my own. As Fugaku could control metal. He couldn't make his hands, but if he threw kunai, he could control it with the flick of his wrist, and he can summon them out of nowhere. So basically, he could control kunais and summon them out of nowhere. Any weapon. And then throw it. As so then Orochimaru's curious and says, "Are you a fellow scientist?" Naruto's like, "Yes. I've been working down here for a while, and I've even hatched that egg you had." As a dragon comes up. It's a golden dragon. As this sparks Orochimaru's interest, as he's like, "Oh, well, I see. Well, I guess, you need this information." As he goes back down the hole, as he brings a lot of books, and Orochimaru's like, "Well, I can find you a more permanent lab if you really want." As they're going to become kind of friends because they're both scientists. They might not have the same goal. Like, Orochimaru's is become eternal and learn all jutsus, as Naruto's just to learn all jutsus. So they're still the age of 8. As Naruto's like, "Oh, where?" As Orochimaru shows him to one of his one of his newer laboratories. As Orochimaru's like, "Here you go." As Naruto's like, "Thank you, it's so much bigger than that other one." As Orochimaru's like, "It was my starting one." As the dragon came through the hole. And Naruto like, "Oh, hello there." As he says, "You followed me." Okay. As the dragon just is super happy for a bigger place. As Orochimaru says, "Okay." As Naruto gave Orochimaru as a scientist gift the other eye of Fugaku Uchiha. As Orochimaru's like, "Thank you." As Naruto like, "I got all the Uchiha eyes," which would actually be around 100. He had like 96. No, he has like 64 now. 64 now. Yeah, 64 right now. No, 94. 94, sorry. He has 94 Uchiha eyes. As in, all the people came through as Orochimaru showed the cells and Jugo and everything. As when the third Hokage actually went through, as he got through, as he saw it was completely empty, everything gone. As Naruto came right behind him and said, "Hello there, Hokage-sama, what do you need?" As Hirzen's like, "Why wouldn't it open?" As Naruto said, "Glitch, sorry." And Hirzen's like, "Okay. Well, tell me, where's everything?" "Oh, I decided to start fresh over. But if you really want me to do another experiment, I can." As Hirzen's like, "No, just checking in. As your graduation exam is tomorrow, but for everyone else, you have to wait a year to be put in a Genin squad." As Naruto's like, "Then why would you put me in early if I can't be in a Genin squad?" As Hirzen's like, "Well, I need you to learn information faster than the others. Because you are good." Naruto passes as he's just doing experiments with Orochimaru. As Orochimaru made a pact with Naruto not to be too inhumane, and Naruto lends some eyes to Orochimaru, as Orochimaru took this deal, as it was kind of like a scientist deal. As you know how scientists get along with each other much better than if a normal person was getting along with a scientist? Yeah. And so Naruto, the dragon's taking up a whole room. Like, it's been a year now, and it's grown so much. Like, you know a house? It's as tall as a house, and its wings are at full. As Orochimaru helped Naruto create a dimension, a summoning dimension. As Naruto and Orochimaru created this, as Orochimaru also got the dragon summoning. As it's 10 times better than snake summoning. As Naruto, as they make a pact, I'm kind of making Naruto and Orochimaru friends here. As Naruto now knows every information Orochimaru does. As Naruto kind of is starting to like Orochimaru, as he doesn't have the pale skin, but he just figured he'd start using Orochimaru's jutsus, as he kind of became like a snake, but not eternal life. As Naruto learned all of Orochimaru's jutsus, kind of became like Orochimaru. As unexpected results from a lab, as some gases hit Naruto, as he couldn't die anymore. As this was weird, as Naruto was kind of sad at this, because he wanted to pass down his information to his child. And then the next, through books and scrolls and journals. As Naruto had to go to the Leaf Village a lot, just to make sure he was still alive. As Naruto, 30 million can take Naruto a long way. 30 million, Ryu. As he would keep on stealing people who were on the death sentence to his place, his experimental place. As he'd always do this at nighttime, though. It's been a year now of him doing this, as he's finally perfected the lab results in making himself able to use Fugaku's eyes with no repercussions. As Sasuke hasn't seen Naruto in a year, but it doesn't matter because he's just the dope of the class. As Naruto is finally there, as they're going to be on the same teams. Everyone passes the same. As Naruto is just wondering what to do. As so, Naruto and Orochimaru become great friends. You know, like BFFs, best friends. Yeah, they become best friends. As so, Orochimaru and Naruto are like really good friends, as they do lab experiments together and all of that. As Naruto is them and Orochimaru are just laughing because they're having a really fun time together. As Naruto is not inhumane like Orochimaru, he doesn't want to be like that. He only picks the people who are on death's door already. You know, not death's door, but on the death sentence, because then they've done really bad stuff. As Naruto says, well, Orochimaru, I will be having to be on a team. As Orochimaru's like, okay, Naruto. As they would never betray each other. As Naruto knows the curse mark and all of this, but he's not as evil as Orochimaru. Orochimaru's actually gotten kinder, as he doesn't do it inhumanely now. As Naruto's found a painless curse mark that doesn't really inflict pain on people when injected, and does still feed off their negative emotions. Everything's the same, but it does not inflict pain, and it passes them out still. As Naruto still needs a lab team, as Naruto has Karin, as Karin's noticing the nicer form of Naruto, as the reincarnation of Ashura is Rock Lee, and the reincarnation of Indra is exactly the same. Hold on. Oh no. Okay, and so Naruto is just is waiting for his team leader Kakashi. Kakashi finally comes, and Naruto's like, "You're late." And Kakashi's like, "Well, I had to deal with matters." As the third is kind of getting nervous of Naruto because he hasn't noticed his lab yet, as it looks just dull, as no one's been in there in a while. It looked how it did when he first went in there. It just looked without life. As this is why Kakashi was sent on it. He doesn't want Naruto to go rogue and become like Orochimaru. But Orochimaru is not as inhumane as Hiruzen thinks, as Naruto's corrected this. As the dragon is humongous now. It's probably as tall as the Kage building, and then almost as tall as the mountain the stone faces. As Naruto is just, they go up, and Sakura and Sasuke are the same, and Naruto goes up. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, and I cannot reveal any of my likes, dislikes, or goals or dreams, as because it's a scientist's secret. As Sasuke was getting mad because Naruto said something that was much cooler than what he said. As Sasuke's like, fine, I'll just beat it out of you then. As he goes to punch Naruto, as Naruto dodges, as Naruto's like, well, Kakashi, we're meeting here tomorrow for the exams, right? For the other exams, right? And Kakashi's like, yep. As Naruto's like, okay then, I will see you then. Bye. As I'm gonna end it off here, guys. As so, Naruto. Yeah, get to 40 likes, and I'll make a new what if, and it will be 8 hours long. 40 likes. Come on, get me to 40 likes, and you will get 8 hour long video. Goodbye.